Now, number one, observation notes and anecdotal records are not necessarily objective ways of evaluating students. They are subjective in nature because they rely on the observer's interpretation and perception of the student's behavior, performance, or progress. While they can provide valuable lessons and descriptive insights and information, they may not be entirely objective or standardized. As for number two, checklists and rating scales are similar but not exactly the same. Both are tools used to assess or evaluate certain criteria or behaviors. However, there are some differences between them. A checklist typically consists of a list of items or behaviors to be observed, and the observer checks off whether each item is present or absent. It is usually a binary assessment indicating whether something has been observed or not. On the other hand, a rating scale involves assigning a value or rating to a specific behavior or characteristic. It often uses a numerical or descriptive scale to measure the extent to which a behavior or characteristic is present. Rating scales allow for a more nuanced evaluation by capturing the degree or intensity of a particular attribute. And number three, yes, a self evaluation can be structured as a checklist. In a self evaluation checklist, individuals assess their own performance or progress by checking off items that apply to them. It can help individuals reflect on specific criteria, behaviors, or skills and provide a systematic approach to self assessment. However, it is important to note that a self evaluation checklist relies on individual self perception and may not capture an entirely objective assessment. Now, first things first, let's go with here's the sample 10 item rating scale for a poem recitation. First things first, voice clarity. How clear and audible was the reciter's voice? Second, articulation. How well did the reciter pronounce and enunciate the words? Third, tone and emotion. How effectively did the reciter convey the intended tone and emotions of the poem? Fourth, rhythm and pace. How well did the reciter maintain a consistent rhythm and pace throughout the recitation? Fifth, fluency. How smoothly did the reciter deliver the poem without hesitations or stumbling? Sixth, interpretation. How skillfully did the reciter understand and interpret the meaning of the poem? 7. Expressiveness. How effectively did the reciter use gestures, facial expressions, and body language to enhance the recitation? 8. Engagement. To what extent did the reciter capture and maintain the audience's attention throughout the recitation? Ninth, memorization. How well did the reciter demonstrate their familiarity with the poem by reciting it from memory? And 10, overall impact. When we talk about overall impact, how impactful and memorable was the recital as a whole? Each item on the rating scale can be assigned a numerical rating or descriptive rating, such as excellent, good, fair, and poor. The ratings can be used to evaluate the reciter's performance and provide constructive feedback, in which the last column suggested teacher's comment. Now, here's a sample 10 item self evaluation for good behavior in class. First things first, attendance. Have I attended class and arrived on time? That could be answerable by yes or no, of course, depending here in the self-evaluation. Second, active listening. Have I actively listened to my teacher and my classmates during discussions and lecture? Third, respect. Have I been respectful towards my teachers, classmates, and the learning environment? Fourth, preparedness. Have I come to class prepared with the necessary materials and completed assignments? Fifth, participation. Have I participated in class discussions, group activities, and other learning opportunities? Sixth, following instructions. Have I followed the teacher's instruction and the classroom rules? Seventh, collaboration. Have I worked cooperatively with my classmates and contributed positively to a group projects? Number eight, have focus. Have I maintained focus and minimized distractions during class time? Ninth, time management. Have I managed my time to complete tasks and assignments within given deadlines? And 10, initiatives. Have I been in seeking help when needed, volunteering for tasks, and taking ownership of my learning? For each item, you can just assign yourself to a rating or a rating such as yes or no. And this self evaluation can help you assess your behavior in class and identify areas for improvement or areas where you excel.